Hi guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So it always seems that everything seems to happen when I'm not at home. So yeah, just got back from work, been away for work with a few days, and a lot has happened in terms of territory wars, server stability, EU5, and it's kind of all kicked off and it's all blown up a little bit. And I was thinking if I wanted to do a video on this or not, and then I think actually, rightfully so, a few people suggested it would be good that I should, because server stability has been a long-standing problem in this game, and something we'll kind of get into a little bit more shortly. But I think they're right. I think we do have sort of an element of responsibility as sort of a quote-unquote content creator to sort of call them out when they're making mistakes and to try and encourage them to try and fix certain areas, i.e. the servers. So, for those of you who aren't necessarily big into territory wars, and actually I'm not, I don't really do territory wars, I've not done territory wars for sort of the past 6 months, but I have in the past, so I do know what it's all about, and I do know how frustrating it is when it doesn't work. So basically on Tuesday, after we've had a string of drill wars, my games basically said that they've got the problem sorted. Tuesday is definitely going to be an active working territory war, all be there and it'll all be fine. A lot of players still had some concerns before the war because we were still having some more general server stability issues in terms of some of the big matchmaking problems we were having, where it was doing like putting 15 people against 5 and things like that, as well as sort of infinite loading screen bugs and things. But it wasn't thought to be affecting the territory war, so they pressed ahead. But then, of course, as soon as the outpost war started, some people could load in, some people couldn't. It basically all started to bug out. And then about 1 minute into the actual main territory war event, they decided to basically cancel the territory war. They put it into drill mode, which, of course, massively annoyed basically everyone because, everyone we're now sort of 3 weeks into season 7 or something, it feels like, maybe 2. And, we've not had a proper territory war yet. We've already got the Berserkers out and we've still not really got into territory war and got it going properly. And for a lot of people, territory war is what they play the game for. So when it's continuously not working, it's a very frustrating experience for them. And, following this, they've also actually now cancelled Saturday's territory war. They've put that back to drill mode as well. So they're still going to be in drill mode. Although, I suppose that probably is better than them promising to fix it when they're perhaps not in a situation to get it sorted in time. So, the big problem with this is server stability has been a problem in this game, and this is kind of what it stems down to. The territory war problems are built around the server stability problems. So, server stability has been a problem in this game for a very long time. Right since day one we had server issues, and it's just something that's never really been solved. I think we've had a lot of software patches and tweaks and adjustments to the server, but we've never really just upgraded the hardware of the server, and that's really what needs to be done. It's what needed to be done, 4 or 5 seasons ago. Still yet hasn't actually happened. And it's not just the territory wars that are affected. I tried to log in on my laptop from my hotel room on Tuesday, and I couldn't really even get it to queue up for a match, never mind actually get in one. And so these server stability issues are just a continual problem. But it gets compounded somewhat by the recent merge of EU1 with EU3 and EU2 with EU4. So obviously, I was quite critical of the EU4 opening. I thought EU3 kind of made sense, but when then they kept going and opened EU4, at the time I did a video, I'll perhaps link it in the comments or something, this is 6 months ago now, saying that EU4 is a bad idea. They need to be focusing on working on the server stability issues, not trying to spread the players over fewer servers. Well, the problem is they did spread them over fewer servers, so it meant that they didn't really need to fix a lot of the stability issues because the number of players focused in one server was less. But now, obviously, they've decided to merge the players back together. That it's meant that basically the long shot of it is that now the servers are suddenly getting overwhelmed again because there's now all these players back in. Obviously, we've basically put 4 servers back down to 2, and it's caused quite a lot of issues. And I don't think anyone would say that the server merge has necessarily gone down particularly well. And then, of course, just to slightly compound it, we've then had EU5 announced, which has kind of made the situation, a little bit more annoying, I suppose, from the player base. But we'll get on to EU5 in a minute. So that kind of sets the scene a little bit about what has happened. And then I think a lot of people were finally upset when we got the compensation announced for it, and it really wasn't a lot. I think it was like 50,000 bronze and a little bit of honour. And I think a lot of people were hoping for something more, considering kind of the frustration that's starting to get built in around territory wars. And I think that really is the sum of it. It's just an immense amount of frustration. I was reading through some of the Reddits on my phone, and the amount of people who are really frustrated about just the server stability issues that we keep having. And I think that seems to be the main focus of the anger from the player base. And I think if there's something that my games want to take away as the thing they need to fix, the main area they need to work on, it's this server stability. And I think that boils down to upgrading the server hardware. Because I think for too long we've had a year and a half now of trying to sort of patch it together and trying to apply fixes and stuff to it, and it clearly isn't working. It's time to look at actually upgrading the server hardware, which then leads on to a interesting, or perhaps interesting is the wrong word. It leads to a side tangent. I've had a few veteran players sort of message me and say they've gone over to create an account on EU5 for whatever reason. They wanted to start again on a fresh server, but they're finding EU5 was running a bit smoother and seemed to be running a bit better than the rest of the servers, which I thought was a bit odd. But then I did notice that during all the stability issues we're having, the territory war issues we've been having, they've been affecting EU1 and 2, but not EU5. That did slightly get me wondering if EU5 is running on different hardware in any way, or if it's got a different sort of server version, software-wise, that's running. I mean, if that is the case, and they are using EU5 as a test bed or something for an updated version or updated hardware, and that's actually working, then that needs to be rolled out to EU1 and EU2 as quickly as possible, because we really need that. Because the problems, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. How many players have we lost now due to server stability issues? And I think everyone would be a lot better off if we could get that sorted. So that's really the bulk of the stuff. I mean, I think it just boils down to sort the servers out, because it's just too much of a problem that has been going on for too long. And yeah, we've had plenty of time to get it sorted. The game shouldn't still be having server issues by this point in time. If anyone has created a new account on EU5 though, and you have been playing, for a long time on EU1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or one of the other servers, and you're sort of an experienced player, and you do happen to be creating an account on EU5 as well, do drop me a comment down below or message me on Discord, because I am kind of curious to see if there is actually any basis to these rumours, or if they are if they are just rumours. So yeah, I would actually be kind of curious to know that. But anyway, I think that's kind of all we've got time for. Yeah, do let me know what you think down in the comments down below. I would say don't shoot the messenger, but if it helps, feel free. Do let me know what your experience of the servers has been like, because yeah, I think for a lot of people it's been kind of frustrating, and I'd certainly say myself included. Anyway, yeah, I'll finish the video there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you all on the next video.